Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while and it's good to have you. I had a while ago what you might call some life changes, I suppose, and I haven't really had the opportunity to play Humankind or much of anything, really. And, I really want to play again, and I've enjoyed engaging with people on YouTube and in the community. And this video isn't really a commitment to any kind of regular upload schedule or anything. It's really just as I have time because my time commitments have changed a lot over the last year. I apologize for kind of going quiet, but I had a lot to deal with in my personal life that really didn't leave time for much in the way of leisure activities, which is what I really consider to be uploading this video and playing Humankind. Now, I did accidentally delete the file or the audio file I'd originally recorded for this intro. But all the settings are kind of standard. It's just a two continents game. And the only thing I changed is that by default, a lot of the new content on the expansion packs is set to occur with high frequency. I did change that to medium so that it occurs at the same frequency as all the other contents. But we'll dive right in here and get started on my first game in quite a while. And I haven't actually played the game at all since before the release of the most recent expansion pack, and a couple days ago, or today, whatever, the Bellum Wonders Pack released as well. So a few new things for me to take a look at and enjoy. So see you soon. All right, here we are. The first game back. We have a fine starting position here, I suppose. You can see a river here. Some sort of highlands over here. We can see a horse as well as a luxury porcelain right at the start. I've also noticed that this seems to be new, since last time I played at least, the diplomatic banner, I suppose. We'll see more of that as the game goes on, I guess. So let's get a start here. Okay. Alright, so this will use all my movement, so I'm going to move one here, and then move on to the river to grab that food. Just to explore a little bit more, and then we'll kind of move along the river. I do like being on rivers. They're quite good for food spawns at the start of the game, because they do provide that 15 food, and they really let you move quite quickly. Okay, so we'll grab that food here on the next turn. I do really like ebony at the start of the game, and I like this terrain type. It provides a good balance, typically, of production and food. So I'm going to head back down in that direction, right? So we're going to take this tribe. Oh, there's a papyrus down there, too. So we're going to take this tribe that we just got. So this will still have its maximum movement. Kind of explore this way. Okay, there's a layer there. Oh, and there's a die, too. This is a pretty good start, actually. And this guy we're going to send back onto the river and then send in that direction. So I want to get an outpost down in this area, I think. Okay. Need some influence to do that first, but this is looking like a pretty good kind of starting territory down there. So this guy's kind of going off to the side. I needed some more influence. This guy's going to be my main kind of explorer here, I guess. Let's explore a little bit more that way, and then we can grab that food, which gives us another tribe. Oh, man. Okay. What's this do? Okay, that's very Hamlet-based, so that's not going to really be useful until the medieval era, assuming you still get the Hamlets in medieval. The stability is good. That +5 knowledge to start is actually quite good as well. I'm going to go ahead and pillage this layer, simply because I don't want to deal with the bears. Okay. Take a look at... Right, I need 5 influence. Right. Sorry, guys, it's been a little bit. I know this is, like, basic knowledge stuff, really, but... Let's see. Okay, I could go for the food. I could go for 20 influence. I think I'm going to go for 20 influence. I'd really like to be able to claim several territories here. I don't think I need to go for that food at the moment. There's also, I have another event. Let's grab that. 8 and 14, 8 and 12. We'll explore that river a little bit more. Okay, pillage that. Okay, question is, what trait do I want? I do think the science per population is still probably the best. I mean, I haven't seen all the balance changes, right? So, I think I'm going to go for astronomy, though, simply because that's the hardest output to generate at the start of the game. I would really like that growth star, if I can get it. Seems like it might be a bit of a struggle to get it, but that's okay. Let's see. Everything's still available. Now, there's at least one new culture for me, which is the Sumerians. So let's take a look here. Minus 10% on attached territory cost per remaining city cap count. Okay. Minus 25 cost of signing treaties with independent people. The Aduba. Okay. So, very science focused. And what's this? Agaush. Any cavalry unified force grants additional combat strength for each Agaush unit in the same army. Okay, interesting. I don't know what the value of leverage is. So I really don't know anything about the new mechanics that were introduced with Together We Rule. So I may not pick those kind of cultures until I have a better idea of exactly what those mechanics entail. Let's go up here. 9 and 14, huh? Seven and 15. So, man, this is surrounded by river right there. I don't like being completely surrounded by river because it reduces your options for building out districts. This is less food right here, which can be an issue, but I think I'd rather have my city there if I had to pick one, or other options. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop an outpost there. I'd also really like to get an outpost down here that I'll attach early, and this has the 2 luxuries, right? So I'm thinking like right in here makes sense. So 12, 5, let's see. I think I'd rather have the extra supporting food. My food there is pretty low. Now the question I have to ask myself is, do I want to era up already? Okay, so I'm mistaken the Egyptians, because we're now at the point in the game, right, where the cultures are going to start being chosen pretty quickly. So we need to think about kind of what makes sense. Now I did get the chance to play with the I can't remember how to pronounce their name. The Carolins. I was not a big fan of them, to be honest. Like the ceremonial plaza placement restrictions were pretty heavy. Harappans look like they're as good as ever. It's hard to not pick them. Let's see. Hittites. Okay. Some interesting differences. Mycenaeans still look quite strong and are adjacent to Maker's Quarter. I feel like this is a little bit different than it used to be. Still counts as a Maker's Quarter. I think the Promiquoi maybe are a little bit weaker. The Nubians could be interesting this game. Olmecs. Do the Javelins still... This was an invisible kind of thing, but they can't fire over people, right? I don't know if that's still an option. Phoenicians and the Zhou are probably not options for me this time around. I just don't have good territory for them. Let's see. Mycenaeans may be okay. I'm struggling with the Sumerians. I just don't know how valuable it is. Bantu. I haven't met anyone, so I don't think that's worthwhile. Babylonians could be fine, right? Let's see. Did they change the astronomy house? No. +1 science per... Okay. So that's still the same. Alright. A lot of it's still similar. I'm not sure who to pick, to be honest. I feel like maybe the Nubians would be good. +5 money on luxury resource. +2 industry, +2 money, so on. Okay. I think I'm gonna do one more turn and hope the Nubians don't get picked. So cross your fingers. I feel like the AI likes to pick the Nubians. Alright. Seems like we're fine. Do some exploring of our territory here. Alright. So, should be able to kill that, maybe? Though I feel like the... See what the... I need it to be on the low ground. Doesn't look like that'll be an option for me. That's okay. Alright. Well, not going to get the growth star. It's no big deal. Definitely not getting the hunter star. I'm going to go ahead and take the Nubians. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we're going to turn this into our first city here. Now the question is, how do we want to start? We could start with Pottery Workshop. Obviously the Moreau pyramids are quite good as well. I feel like this menu has changed a little bit. Just kind of exploring. Okay. Alright, let's think about tax first. Definitely want calendar, right? Nubians really need the luxury resources in order to get up and running. So, explore around a little bit. Okay. And then Kerma. I think let's start with the Pottery Workshop, right? Just makes sense. And then we'll go for the Nubian pyramids. Probably like right here. Yeah, I think that one makes more sense because I'm more likely to build out this way to kind of connect to my outpost. All right, let's do some exploration up in this direction. Oh, there's another ebony here. It's quite good for me. I'll need to think about how I actually want to connect some of these cities that I am going to start to build here. Okay. Do a manual. Move here. So high ground is worth more than being on the river. Okay, well they moved on the river too, so it kind of negates. Alright, easy fights. Let's see here. So, okay, definitely want this territory here, right? Double ebony and papyrus. I feel like this is not... I set the resources to spread. This doesn't seem very spread to me. This seems clustered. Yeah, that's fine. I did have to... I was fiddling around with my recording software as I was in the loading screen, which caused it to crash, so I did have to like restart the game, and I just quickly glanced at all the all the settings, and they all seemed like they were the same. And I think spread is the default anyway, right? So I don't know why it would get changed to clustered. Or, I don't know why my guy moved here. I definitely had that clicked there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and buy the pottery workshop, I think. He's still tribal? Yeah. They do start with high ground. Okay. No retreat. Nice. Just want to delay them getting a start as much as possible. I feel like there should be... Didn't there used to be like a permanent bar up here that showed your tech progress? I wonder if that's a setting I can turn on. Because I really did like seeing my progress up there. It reminded me to really monitor my tech. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, let's see. I feel like some of these might have been changed, so let's take a look. Doesn't really look like it. Okay. So I still kind of know what that does. I guess the stability on garrison is new. I'll move towards individualism just because I'm merchant culture at the start here. All right. A little ways to go on calendar still. So, pretty low on food here. Does not feel good. Really need to get that attached. I can do that next turn. Alright. Go ahead and... So it's 4 more turns on calendar. So I'll have to hard build these resources, right? Rather than using influence. I suppose I have the power investor, which always gives me that option, so I'm not as worried about it. Put it there. Okay, unknown strategic there. Kind of shocked that there's no one in that direction. Gives me a lot of land that I can safely expand into, right? Okay, there's someone over there. I'm gonna have to start pulling this guy back because that is a threat to sort of claiming this land. I'd kind of like a wall, right? And it would be really nice to be able to claim that copper as well. I finally gained a pop. I'm going to put them on industry. One more turn on calendar. Probably go for an outpost up on this river here in that territory. I think that's the most important territory for me to claim next.
Off we go. I'm on it.
Some incense there. It's not too bad. Do like incense as the Nubians at least. I mean, the Nubians pretty much like any luxury resource, but incense is a nice one with the extra gold generation. Obviously, stronger at the start, right? When all those flat ones are better at the start, like dye and incense and that kind of stuff. I'd rather have porcelain later in the game for obvious reasons. Okay, so we researched calendar. I'm gonna go ahead and I think ebony. Yeah, so ebony is actually worth more to me at the moment because I have both an administrative center as well as the main plaza, right? So that's worth +6, and the die is only worth +5. There's a hostile army there, apparently.
Let's go. Off we go.
Keep exploring over here.
Over this way. Got it.
Just want to get to know the land around me. And next on research, let's go for carpentry. There's a part of me that wants to drop someone in science. Now that I know there's a neighbor there, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to need some defenses, right? The AI do tend to be pretty aggressive on this level of difficulty. So it'd be nice to have that available. Let's go ahead and buy the Murrow Pyramids there. There's really no point in, especially at the start, the quicker you can buy stuff out, the quicker you scale up, right? So I'm a big proponent of basically using that buyout as much as possible at the start, especially if you're playing a culture like the Nubians. Go ahead and end turn, and let's take a look here. So Murrow Pyramid's under construction. We'll build the papyrus. Actually, we'll build the die first and then the papyrus. I'd like to save the rest of my influence for outposts. I really did not have very much influence kind of leveling up. Okay, who's this? Zhou. Okay. So, I know someone, so let's take a look at perhaps some of the changes. Okay, this is all familiar. There's an embassy tab. Okay. Aha, here we go. Really need that. That's going to help my influence generation quite a bit. San Lorenzo. That's San Lorenzo. Trying to remember which culture that is. I honestly can't remember. Heavyweight. So this is a wonder here. Wondering if it makes sense to do like kind of a city along the coast here, and then this city can be these 3 territories. That seems to make the most sense to me. Embassy. Interesting. +5 stability per era, +3 influence per era per adjacent district. Okay. Link like cultural embassy place on any tile. Blah. Okay, got it. So that opens up the kind of diplomatic options, I guess. Beyond the ones that are available by default. Okay, there was another thing I could explore there, so let's get that. Fuck. That's really awful for me. Okay. So we're going to gear up for conflict with them pretty early, I suppose.
Follow me. Let's go. Off we go.
How am I doing? 1 turn. Then we'll go for city defense after that. Gonna need warriors as well. Really wish I could make that attack. There we go. Right. So they start with lower health than I do, but I forgot about the Humankind combat strength bonus. But thankfully them starting at lower health makes a big difference. I didn't find any more curiosities. Okay, I feel like I need to bring these guys back, or at least one of them, and leverage them for population. Go ahead and buy the Murrow Pyramids. gonna take this guy off science, put them on industry maybe. I suppose they get recruited for that Nubian archer anyway. Go ahead and burn that down. It's gonna take a while. Only trade luxuries. Yeah, okay. I thought it was the Olmecs. I was pretty sure it was the Olmecs, but was not sure. Obviously, as you can see, it's been a little while for me. Put them on industry for now. We'll be disbanding another person. Go ahead and loot the sanctuary for that gold. Yeah, I know how the stars work. Okay. Diplomat stars. Collect 40 leverages. Okay. We'll see if that happens. Okay, gonna disband the scout for the population in Kerma. I'm gonna put them on. How does industry do? Doesn't knock any turns off my production queue here, so I'm gonna put them on science.
Come over here.
Yeah, nothing really of interest over here. Okay. There's part of me that says we could. Actually, we don't need to buy the Tassetti. They can't move if you buy them anyway. It's not really that big of a deal. See, let's go down here. Since they've claimed this, and that's going to take a while to unclaim, I guess you could say. I feel like we want to claim this territory down here, so we have that copper access. And sort of to complete my little triangle here.
Let's go. Follow.
Okay. I don't like having that on the low ground, but that is a lot better in terms of the outputs it's producing. So we'll go ahead and get it there. It will take a lot longer to come online. Next up, I think we're going to need irrigation, specifically for that food on river, right? Our growth is pretty low right now. I'm going to buy that artisan's quarter. Get our production up as soon as possible. And let's grab a warrior. Okay, they have a demand for that territory. That's fine. Okay, curiosities. Curiosities killed the cat, as they say, but I'm not a cat, luckily. Alright. Where's that? It's fine. Alright, so what we want to do is get them up there, and hopefully that starts pillaging faster. We'll grab that curiosity.
Come over here.
I'm going to grab one more warrior as well.
Off we go.
He's giving good stuff. Nice. Oh, that's really nice for me, actually. Let's cancel that warrior. I don't need that. Could go for an agriculture district. Would not be the worst thing in the world. Maker's Quarter, obviously, very good. I do have 47 industry already. Now, when I attach that, I should be pretty good. But that's going to take a while. But I do get plus 21 food there. So I think I go for the Maker's Quarter, because that increases my money generation as well. I'm going to go ahead and attack that. I don't want them wandering around back here and, like, just destroying, or not destroying, but rather taking territories that I want later in the game, right? Still haven't unlocked civics because I don't have enough population. But, you know, what are you going to do? Come on. No? Ugh, it's only one more turn. that, actually. Go ahead and kill them. I'll do manual battle. Okay, cycle around. So make sure they're adjacent. Don't want to be on the low ground, obviously. Not that it's that big of a deal. It's just scouts, right? I would have won anyway, but you can minimize the damage taken. You should always do that. Okay, I'm going to leave them garrisoned in Kerma for the time being. Yeah, there's no reason to not take this option. Give me free tech. Sounds great to me. Alright. See Sage down there. So I won't have horses. Continue pillaging that. Okay, start moving these warriors up here. Just gonna keep these guys kind of exploring down in this area, I guess. Just kind of waiting for that last outpost to come up to attach to Kerma. That'll be nice. Let's see, does that make a difference? It does. It knocks a turn off that Maker's Quarter. That's fine. I'll keep that as is. Could use another archer, to be honest. We'll add that into the queue. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, just so we're getting the effect of the Papyrus as soon as possible. Just an extra 6 science, even for 1 turn, I think is worth 16 gold to me. Alright. 2 turns on that pillage. Okay, finally. We want the +5 influence on main plaza. We want the reduced create outpost cost. I don't think I'm going to be doing very well on religion this game. I kind of forget when... What is this? Kind of forget how you unlock religion, to be honest. I feel like I'll get it next turn when you enact the founding myths. Okay, got the scientist Aerostar. Yeah, that's fine. It takes no turns there, which I'm a fan of. Okay, army composition. Don't have the influence for that yet. I feel like the influence costs are lower than they used to be for some of these things. Which in some ways I think is good. I think some of the early game influence stuff really took a long time to get. We'll retreat from that. No, that's a bad direction to retreat, but sure. Alright. Let's see. Riding would be good for the tech. We don't have horses. We will want bronze working, as well as organized warfare. So bronze working gives us the forge, right? Organized warfare lets us reinforce in battles, though our armies aren't quite big enough for that yet. But I think we want to work in that direction, because I'm thinking we'll be a little aggressive towards the Zhou here. Just get you out of harm's way if we can. Do I need, like, a special agent to collect that? I guess I do. I thought I could just go over it with a normal unit. Okay, probably gonna lose that fight. Start up on the hill. Just sit here and defend. It's probably gonna die. Oh, barely alive. Alright. So let's break this. We're going to have that scout come back, and that one's just going to sacrifice itself for population. Could buy that Maker's Quarter. I don't think it's necessary. Let's go on Expert. So I want to prioritize like that, but we're going to keep one person on Science. I'd like to stop that build, if we can. Okay, could demand all. They do have pretty high war support at the moment, right? So it would perhaps be prudent of me to do that. Anything here? No, okay. Okay, so I'd really like to save that to attach. However, I think it's worth influence purchasing that. Get you in Kerma and disband you for that extra pop. -2 food is fine for now. We're going to want flood irrigation for sure. We'll get that in queue. Okay. I think we'll go for polytheism. It's pretty unlikely we're going to have like large multi-tile cities for quite a while, so I think that'll give us a better boost at the start. Get you back home if we can. How's religion look? Yeah, we'll need to move pretty fast on religion if we want that. Let's finish the Maker's Quarter. Would be a good religious site. Maybe like, no, maybe kind of over here to be honest. It's pretty out of the way. I don't think I'm going to be using that tile for much. Could also be up here. I worry about that getting pillaged. I think that makes sense though. Because down here I might end up, like, say, attaching this territory here at some point. And then it would kind of get in the way of all my different adjacency. Okay, go for organized warfare. So I'm wondering, is there no way to see the ranking now of like where people are in terms of fame? I feel like that was in the settings, and I feel like I had it turned on, but I don't know where it is. Interesting. I have no idea what this is. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's not go that way.
Off we go. No mercy.
And combine those guys. Got a nice little army coming together here. One influence shy of what I need. There is... I feel like I need to save up for that city, though, right? So we'll see what I want to do there. I'll make an evaluation of that next turn if I feel like it's better to attach or if I need to go for that city. I do think I need to go for the city. Also, maybe I'm just a worse player now. Ah, here we go. There's the fame. I'm the bottom, as usual. At least at the start of the game. It's a merchant star. Took a while. I do want to move towards individualism for that extra influence. Let's go for professional soldiers, actually, because I'm gonna need that. I want the combat strength, obviously, but it's also going to increase my influence generation, which is pretty important. I don't know why that notification keeps coming up. That's not good. Let's retreat. Okay, that's a full army there. I did get the pillage, at least. So generally, my strategy with my armies is, I like to just have, at least at the start, I want, like, just that one blocker unit. Okay, Olmecs declared war. Let's, get the Tassetti. We'll just purchase. So I like to have the one blocker unit in the army and try to find a good position where I can take the most advantage of that, and then just plink them down with ranged units, right? Especially as the Nubians. Just grab that one quick. Put one person on science. Let's get the holy site up. So that gets us. Great if I could get another warrior. All right. See where they end up.
For your family.
Okay. Go for writing. Can I move that now? Ugh, that sucks. I need another couple turns to get my second city. It's kind of a good spot to take this fight, I think. Even better if I could actually get my reinforcements there. I want to cluster my units up here, I think. Let me think about this. Might lose it. Thing is, I might lose an archer here, right? Like, I can't just sit on a single tile and block. I need two blockers here. Maybe if I kind of went up to the left side. Actually, yeah, that might work. Can they get up there? No, they can. Okay. So they would still be able to hit me with cavalry. Okay, let's get up here for now.
Follow me.
Then if they attack me, I can reinforce with those units next turn. Okay, going for flood irrigation next, that's fine. I'll wait a turn to turn this into a city. Okay, they're not going for it. All right. Okay, got blocked there. That's really unfortunate.
For your family.
Okay. The Han. They're already in classical. Don't know where they came from, honestly. There they are. Alright, so let's get another city up here. -1 food there is fine. Go on industry. Okay. How would that look? I would get my reinforcements, which is exactly what I want.
All together.
Okay, we're gonna retreat. What are my demands here? Pay, gift to Jot. They don't even have that. I want to push towards La Venta here. Kind of in a crappy position. I'd much rather have San Lorenzo. La Venta's not a great city by the looks of it. I don't want to buy flood irrigation quite yet. That would be a little too early. But I will buy that pottery workshop for that extra influence generation. Non-aggression pact to the Han. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, I could go into the next era. I don't think I want to do that yet, right? I need more of these stars. I also need to build the embassy at some point. Wouldn't mind putting it there. Okay, so these guys have already retreated last turn. So I should be able to get them this turn.
Strike first, strike hard.
I don't think they have organized warfare researched yet. Okay, I'm going to buy the flood irrigation. I'm going to need at least one more unit to kind of grab me outposts up here, so I'm going to go ahead and make another warrior. Do still need someone on science. My science progression is pretty slow. I have a low population in general. The Harappans could have helped with that had I picked the Harappans, but obviously I did not. Let's go ahead and attach here. It's going to give us a ton more population. Yeah, that seems right. Get the copper first. That'll let us get the forge, as well as the barracks if I want to. I do feel like in the past I kind of underestimated the effect of the barracks. It is quite impactful, especially later in the game. So that's a great spot for us to siege there. Why did you stop moving exactly? You're not zone controlled by anything. They don't have any reinforcements. It's fine. Just gonna go over here to block them from bringing reinforcements in. Now we're gonna have our archers. Obviously, we kind of want them on the high ground, but I want to minimize the risk in case they kind of like bring them in up there, right? The scout riders might come in or something and delete my units. Both of these units are a bit vulnerable to that, so I think I'm going to move that warrior up there. I only need one guy to block in that location. Okay, toss out the archers for the win. Man, I love Tassetti, they're so good. Glad to see that they're still very strong. Alright, so occupied La Venta. Now it is kind of a crummy city in my opinion, but you know, given the option to occupy it at the end of the war, I almost said end of the era for some reason. I would definitely take that opportunity, I think. Okay, we need to start claiming some more territories here. Really like to have more of these Nubian pyramids online before I advance to the next era. And let's see. Yeah, I think I've done everything I can for now. See if this other army comes back. There it is. I'm going to engage with this army, I think. No retreat. Yeah, right, that reduces my movement of all the... I kind of screwed up there, I think. So I think if they're reinforcements, it doesn't reduce the movement of the army that engaged, right? So if I had kept them back, they would have had 3 movements, and I would have been able to catch them this turn, I think. So I need to keep that in mind for the future. Go for solar, obviously. The science output is quite good. Let's see here. 9 and 12, 8 and 10. Go right there. That makes sense. Let's see. We will want the forge. I want the animal barns eventually, though it's not super high priority. Still need the embassy at some point. Alright. Get you flood irrigation there after Morel Pyramids. I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. Stay true to my strategy of just buying stuff as often as possible. The introduction of these diplomat stars is interesting. Really changes some things, I think.
An enormous.
In that it's going to be a lot harder to get all the stars, right? Because like that embassy is a pretty significant investment, in my opinion. I'll go right there.
Off we go.
What are they doing up here? There they are. Okay, that's kind of bad. My forces got a little split up here, so I need to kind of retake the, not the initiative, the high ground, I guess. There's a word I'm looking for that's kind of escaping me. Pick up masonry quickly. Need 2 more techs for my scientist stars. Should really start thinking about going a little harder on my money stars. I'm gonna move some people over from science. Generally, I like to, like the ancient era, I like to be out of turn 50 or so. See where they go. Interesting. Okay, if I go here, those guys are reinforcements. I think that's fine. I think I'm gonna need more units here, to be honest. I'm gonna just buy them. Okay, they retreated. Which means I can do that. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be a pretty good turn for me in terms of combat, I think. I'm gonna have some blockers here. I'm gonna move my archers up to the high ground. Okay. What I really want to do is get rid of these warriors, I think. Actually, let me think about this. Yeah, so we want to move that guy there. What we need to do is protect these guys from the scout riders as much as possible. So actually we might want to hit the scout riders. The javelin throwers are going to get zone controlled. Go for 1 hit on the warriors there from the high ground, and the rest will just defend. So I will take a hit from the javelin throwers, right? Can they throw over units again? Oh, thank God. Okay, okay. Oh, that is such relief, honestly. That was such they were so gimped by not being able to throw over units. I'm so glad that that's not the case anymore. Go for an attack there. They might attack by newbie archers next turn, so just wanted to reduce their strength as much as possible. There we go. Okay. That's the main army of the Olmecs eliminated. I'll probably go for maybe I can go for San Lorenzo. I know you can extend wars now, if I'm not mistaken, from one of the last updates. I think it's like it costs stability to do that, or there's an increasing stability penalty every turn, basically. Something along those lines. Okay, let's get these guys out of my territory. I think that's fine. So I can just kind of retreat into my city, right? Okay, let's take over Tres Zapotes here. Okay. Just want to lock these guys in combat for now. That's fine. Locks me out here. I forgot about that effect of sort of battle zones locking your industry or whatever. Okay, go for fishing, I guess. We will need that at some point. Nazca, Maya, and Han have been taken. To think about what we need in the next era. What's my religion doing? It's doing okay. Axumites are perhaps a possibility in this next game. Okay, so I can force a peace now. Let's force their surrender. Okay, give me your cities. Might as well take everything I can here. Let's see. Yeah, which is just everything. Some of it might be pillaged or whatever later on, but I think that's fine, right? It's just distracting them as long as possible. What is this unit? It's an envoy. Presumably, let's go ahead and attach here. What is this? 3 money for adjacent Maker's Quarter. Right. Ideally, I'd have it next to the strategic, I think. But that may not be an option. We'll just build it there. It's fine. Finish that flood irrigation. What do I need still? Still need builder stars. Could kill some more units. This is what I really need to do, I think. Okay. A lot of cities now. This one's not built very much. So I have a big penalty to my influence. So I'm going to go ahead and pillage that city. Get a pottery workshop in here. We'll buy that. Start working on the embassy. Suppose there makes sense, though I can't do that right now. So, what do I have down here even? The Olmec head, some Maker's Quarters. Can't do Maker's Quarters right now. Could build the embassy here. Would help with stability a bit, but I wouldn't be able to surround it properly. Let's start with the fountain. I'm gonna have to worry about the stability there for a bit. Actually, I suppose after I finish this battle, let's go on that one. After I finish this battle, I can start on the embassy, I suppose. Man, they really don't want to die. That's annoying. Thankfully they didn't die there. Okay. Easy cleanup. Alright. Let's start on the embassy. We'll just, we'll put it right in there. It's likely to get surrounded later at some point, which is going to give us some nice bonuses. Kerma, yeah, you can finish some row pyramids, and let's go for the embassy as well. I do think I'm going to need that. Yeah, I'll share maps with the Han. See what they found. Basically discovered the entire continent. We'll renounce them. I don't want another conflict with them quite yet. Sure, put a turn into the embassy before you get pillaged. And then the wheel, I guess. So only another 500 gold, roughly. Might be a little bit of a struggle to get there. I'm gonna need to put some people on money. Also, for some reason, okay, so I was recently out with my girlfriend, and I don't think I need any of that right now. I was recently out with my girlfriend. Well, let me tell you why I don't need that right now. So independent people, right? I don't really have any independent people here aside from this one way on the side, right? I guess this one's about to come up. But regardless, the main benefit to this for me is the moving towards homeland and that +1 combat strength, right? But right now I value the stability that is providing my cities more, that extra +5 stability from being in the middle. So I'd rather work on that for the time being. Can I turn off that? I cannot. Anyway, so I was recently out with my girlfriend, and she kind of on accident got very, very drunk. And go ahead and demand that one. Or in the classical, it's kind of an issue. Things keep happening, and I can't tell my story. It's not that interesting. Okay, so anyway, she accidentally got really, really drunk, and for some reason she got fucking Jason Derulo stuck in her head of all the artists that you could get stuck in your head. So that was, it's been playing in my head basically this entire time. Anyway, so I have to think about whether or not I want to declare war here. I feel like they're only 4th in fame. I feel like they might have leveled up pretty early. I think I can handle it even if they have slightly more advanced units. I have a pretty sizable army here. Yeah, we'll declare war. I did want to check. Where are the wonders now? Did it not change and I just can't remember like where they are? I wanted to look at the new wonders. Here it is. This one is one of the new ones. Huh. Oh, that's really nice. That +1 land movement speed is really, really good. Hanging Gardens is decent too. I love movement speed. I feel like I would have gone for like Temple of Artemis this game. But we'll see if I can claim a wonder at some point. It seems unlikely right now. I'm going to need more city cap at some point. Maybe, are the Achaemenids still available? Yeah. The Achaemenids are so good. And that, I really wish that would change. Carthaginians. I feel like the Oxamites, the Greeks, and the Achaemenids are kind of my choices this game. Romans, I suppose, too. I know the Triumphal Arch changed, right? But not vital at the moment. Okay, I'm going to split one of these guys off because I need to claim some more territories, and the rest of them can move up this way. Make sure this guy gets healed before we send him into combat. Okay, leadership. There we go. There's the +1 city cap I'm looking for. Gonna lose some stability, but that's fine. Go up to that area. Okay. Wait, there a turn? Still need 300 gold, roughly. What am I getting? At least it'd be another 4 turns or so. Go ahead and buy that out. +98. So 104 per turn. So I could get there in 3 turns. I guess I could have gotten there in 3 turns before. 98. So that's, what, 294? Yeah, that's enough to get me there with my current distribution. Okay, so I'll get 3 stars on the gold. Definitely won't get 3 builder stars, I don't think. It's okay. That's okay. It's my first game back, right? I'm not really in the swing of things. On turn 47, I'm still kind of under my self-imposed limit for how long it should take me to play a game. I think I want to go up here. This gives me a lot of good high ground to siege that city from.
Over this way.
Come on. Oh, mistake. Had a feeling something like that might happen. Don't know why he retreated there. That's a little silly. Okay. Some decent food there. Oops, not what I wanted. Anything really standing out to me? Maybe the forge or the food market? No, food market. Yeah, it's only +4. Forge gives me +7 industry, +10 food. I do like that. Alright. Alright, so next turn we'll deal with this issue over here. Let's see. Make sure that guy moves back. And claim Wonder. Might do that. I feel like this actually seems like quite a good Wonder, especially if you go into like a more cavalry heavy game. Yeah. Honestly, I mostly want it for the movement speed. Let's claim that. Okay, so now can build these envoys now. So let's build one of those because I'm curious what they do. There's a lot of industry there. Grab that after. Religious rights, not really something I need to worry about at the moment. Why would I replace the... That doesn't make sense. We'll go there. So we want to put a turn of production into each of those, so we can continue to build them in the next... Does that one make the most sense? I suppose like more up here makes more sense. I'm more likely to build some maker's quarters up here to get the adjacencies, so we'll place them there. All right, so put that on industry. Get 1 turn of production into each of those. I want to grab this coastal territory up here. All right, do I want to try to siege this? I feel like the guys are out of range, and you do need to take care of this in 1 turn, though. Yeah, think that should be fine. Why are... Oh, because they're retreating. Headhunters. I have made a mistake. They didn't show up in the unit screen, did they? I feel like they did not appear when I decided to siege. Or they didn't appear in the unit screen. Okay. Big unforced error here.
Strike first, strike hard. Off we go.
Do the damage I can. Gonna need to rebuild an army, though. Was I just not paying attention? I mean, that's entirely possible, right? Okay, nice. Could have gone a lot worse than it has so far. Really? So deprioritize that envoy, I think. Get some more units out as soon as possible. Okay. So I have my reinforcements here now. They're going to be bringing in their own reinforcements. Can they make it? Not quite. Okay, so priority, I need to kill these citizens so I can bring my guys over, right? Ugh. Okay, so I need to protect these archers from the inevitable reinforcements here. Probably going to lose that warrior. Very annoying. Okay. Their army's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Go ahead and take those archers out. So I feel like I should shoot those guys while they're on the river since they're pretty high combat strength. We'll start firing back on these archers here. Okay, try to find a good spot. So as that'll do. Just want it up and running as soon as possible. Okay, don't want to attack with them, strictly defending. Man, that's a lot of damage. Okay.
All together.
Actually gonna move these guys up here so they can shoot at these headhunters. Maybe kill them? No. So there's actually an advantage to me of having these archers here, which is that they're a lot lower combat strength than these headhunters, so they're only doing like plink damage. So there's a part of me that wants to kill these headhunters first because they're a lot higher threat units. Yeah, there we go. Finally bringing the headhunters out. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Okay. Got my stars. Okay, if I could kill one more unit. Bring them in down here, because then they're on the river, so I have more kind of mobility options. I think this guy is probably going to die wherever I move him. So, oh my god. Okay, got a militarist star. Don't think I'm likely to get these other ones, so let's decide who I'm going up as this turn. I do think the Achaemenids make quite a bit of sense. Axomites. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I do feel like I've played a lot as the Achaemenids on this channel, so the Axomites might be an interesting change of pace at the very least. Greeks are very good too. Don't feel like I really need the Celts. These guys, the Javelin Riders, are pretty crazy. Not played a lot as the Morions. Think about it. I have a couple things left to do on this turn. Can you get in the battlefield? No. Man, I'm really trickling in here. Now he's in the battlefield for some reason. Okay. Get this guy out. Move him here where he'll block. Move reinforcements in. Just see what they do. Man, these headhunters are brutal. Really don't like them. Scout Rider's have been a massive pain too. Overall, very, very bad combat for me. I'm usually a lot better than this. I mean, I just took a poor combat to begin with, right? Like, that's the main issue here, but... by that warrior. Definitely gonna need more units. Alright. So, thinking about going up. Axomites, a lot of gold, obviously. Greeks, more science, as well as the hoplites are quite good. Do you feel like Shodalai would be pretty decent for me? Don't think the Carthaginians make sense here. I don't think the Garamantes make sense here. Garamantes, however you say that. I'm not really sure. Morions could be interesting. You know what? I didn't put a turn of production into this other pyramid. I don't think it counts if I... yeah. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to lose a pyramid. Just bad play on my part. See. Oh. Go like that. Where are the units they have left? Okay. Maybe the Axomites. I just think they're kind of interesting. They're kind of fun to play. I'm going to go with the Axomites. There we go. Alright. Let's bring some reinforcements in. Sure, we're blocking. Just kill those citizens. Okay, finally building the envoy. Get some great obelisks going. I think that one makes sense because it's next to the embassy, right? Deprioritize that for now. Okay. Then in Napata. That makes sense. That also makes sense, okay. And my infrastructure is really far behind. So I'm hoping what I can do is generate enough gold to start buying a lot of that stuff out, right? I am going to finish this combat before I end the episode here. Not really impressed by my options. Is -2 food that big of a deal? Go up here, I guess. Okay, terrible position for their archers to be in. Let's move some people up first so we get some adjacency. Okay, tech. Go for standing army for the Shodalai, just in case we need them. There you go. Won that battle. So I think that'll be it for the episode since we're now in the classical. So really appreciate you tuning in for my first game back. I know this has been a little bit sloppy, but you know, it is what it is. And like at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things a little bit. So appreciate you all kind of joining me on my journey back into Humankind. See you next time.